Yo, what is up guys? I'm going to be teaching you how to build a pro scooter, and let's get right into it. Building a scooter is actually easier than you think. When I first started, I thought it was really complicated, like I would have to watch a video every time, but nope. I watched a video once and then I could just tell like each part just fit perfectly and I knew where it went. There's 3 different ways you can build a scooter: SCS, IHC, and HIC. There's other ones, but I've never built a scooter with those compressions. I'm going to be showing you SCS, and let's get right into it. First of all, you know your fork and your clamp are compatible with SCS. If your clamp's either a 4-bolt clamp like this one, and it has like that little rigid in there, and this is the fork. If you buy a fork that is an SCS fork, then you have to get a clamp that's an SCS clamp. Vice versa, you get a clamp, yeah, you know. And yeah, the deck and stuff and the bars don't really matter. Actually, no, the bars do matter. These are titanium T-bars, but if your bars have a slit in them, see how mine do not have a slit? It's like that little cut in the bars. Then if you don't have a slit, then it works for SCS. But if you do have a slit, then it works for all the other ones besides SCS. It's just because it's just stronger in here and it won't like break. That's why I like SCS more. Your bars won't crack as easy if it's an SCS. And it's not that big of a problem if you do have a slit and you just buy everything SCS. You can just cut the slit off. The bars might feel a little different, but this clamp actually makes your bars like an inch taller, an inch and a half. I don't know, whatever clamp you have, it makes it taller, so keep that in mind. Alright, moving on to the biggest part. Alright, one of the biggest parts of a scooter is the deck, and I just have this 5-wide Fusion entry deck. I'll put it wherever the corners are of me unboxing it and reviewing it. But yeah, this deck is really nice. It's fairly new, so yeah, this will work really good with it since I only built in the other video. I didn't really show that much, but I thought to show you guys how to build a scooter because I needed help when I learned, and I learned by like Claudius Vertesi. So the first thing you gotta start off with, if your deck's already gripped, which mine is, I mean, watch a video on how to grip it. It's pretty easy. Just lay down the grip, file it down with like an Allen key, and then get a razor blade and just cut it off. But if your deck is already gripped and everything, I would want to start with either the back wheel or just get right into the stuff on the head tube. I'm going to be starting on the head tube because I don't really like a wheel moving around when I try to put in a fork. So yeah, I'll be doing that. Alright, here it is. So you have 2 headsets right here. They're really greasy. Hold on. Okay, you buy 2 headsets right here. They're just bearings. You've seen them in skateboards and your wheels and everything that really moves. But yeah, these on like this is like the top of it. It's more flat, and then when it like goes down to like the bottom, you want the bottom of it facing up into this little cup right here. So you put it in, it should fit. If it's wiggling around like mine, just put your fork in. You can flip the deck upside down. Alright, this is the fork right here. This is what the front wheel gets connected onto, and you want it to be facing forwards. You see how like it's like this? You want to slide that in with the headset in. It's in this cup. The headset's right here. You push it in and you should feel it like move. I'd say no, like you can do a tail up on a scooter if it moves. And then you want to just keep it like down so it doesn't slide out. Flip it back around like this. And then it should like hit the table. It should just stay there. But then we grab the other headset. We grab this one, and we do the same thing. We gotta make this one where it like curves down. You wanna face that down into the deck. So you slide that in, and you press it down. And if you see that there's room in between here, your headset should come with this little. I don't really know what this is called, but yeah, you slide that over the fork. And it should fit perfectly into the headset and like in between the fork. You just want to push your fork up so So this is like nice and good. And you get a dust cover. This is what comes with the headset. And you place this over it, and it should add that together. And your fork should stay on. I mean, if it doesn't, then it's fine. And you might need 2 headsets. That's what I need on this scooter because there's too much room of the fork coming through that the clamp fits on like too much, and you just can't tighten it all the way. It doesn't like really work. So if that happens and you like tighten it all the way, but it spins like so much, that's because you need a spacer or another dust cover. So I just use another dust cover, and I place my clamp right here. Make sure it's like facing upright, and I place it in like this. Boom. And now it's in. All right. You're probably wondering, what is this? Why did it come with the fork? You need this. This is what tightens your compression. This is what helps your scooter become dialed and everything. So you place this into the clamp, and it should screw into the fork. So just keep that there and just screw it in. Just like how much you want. You don't want it to be too tight or too loose. I like to ride like in between. Like I want it to spin like at least once around, and then I'd say it's good. Also, I forgot to mention, you do need an Allen key. This is the one I use. It's from the Vault. Shout out to them. It works amazing. I took it from Campbell. I hope he doesn't watch this video, but you just tighten this all the way. So I'm tightening the bolt inside there, and you just keep tightening it. All right, now you can tell it starts to get like really tight. So I'm just gonna tighten it even more. Sorry, it's really loud. All right, it's good now. It spins a lot. Now the fun part, you put your bars in. But wait, actually, you gotta put your wheels on. And by the way, the headsets are probably gonna have grease on them, so make sure you have like a paper towel or something, like wipe off your hands before you touch all of your new parts. All right, here's your 2 wheels. I got these off of a friend. They're from China. I don't know, but they work actually really good. They spin nice. I mean, look at that. $5? Dang. All right, when you put your wheels on, make sure they fit with the fork and the back of your deck. If that doesn't work, you're gonna have to reorder some parts. Mainly just the wheel. If it doesn't work with your fork and you really like the wheel, just get a new fork that's compatible with whatever millimeter your wheel is. I ride 110s because they mainly fit on any part. All right, you just want to slide your wheel in. It doesn't matter which wheel. There's no like front or back wheel. You want to slide it in like that, and just put the bolt from your fork into there. All right, it went through, and now you add the other bolt on the other side to tighten it up. All right, once you get your wheel tightened on, I usually just tighten it all the way because these wheels are pretty nice, so I just keep it like that. And now, I don't really put the back wheel on till later because putting the bars on and everything just makes the scooter like wobble around, so I'm gonna do the bars. All right, for your bars, you have these 2 grips, and if you ordered and you got 2 bar ends, and if the bar ends don't fit your scooter, then that sucks because there's like 3 different bars. There's aluminum, steel, and titanium, and those are all different, so I don't know. That happened to me like several times. All right, to put on your grips, you can either use like hairspray, but I wouldn't recommend that because it gives your grips like a trash like feeling. Or if you have an air compressor, use that because that will probably work the best. You just put it in there and then do it. I don't have that, so I have to use my breath. I know. If you just blow into the thing, then like it'll like slide on really well. So then you can slide these on. Don't do it too much, or then the grips will feel like really bad once you put that on. All right. All right, here's the first grip that literally took like 20 seconds. Lucky grips are really easy to put on, by the way. So if you want to get grips, lucky grips are the way. Now you just do the same with the other grip. Like, look at that. Perfect. And if it's like feeling like really bad, just squeeze it really tight and just move it back and forth. Or you can just take it off and just wipe it down and the inside and redo it. But yeah, I did it pretty well. So time to put these things into the clamp. I like this part because you know your scooter is almost done. All you do is push it in. If there's some room wiggling, you get a shim with your clamp and you just put it right in, but these are oversized bars and this clamp is obviously oversized, so I don't need a shim. So yeah, that's good. So push it in as like hard as you can until you hear like a ding, or you can feel that it's the bottom of your clamp. So it should just look like this. We don't have the back wheel on, I know. We're gonna do that at the very end. And yeah, but that's not it. You gotta tighten your clamp. And while you do that, make sure the bars are straight with the front wheel, because if they're not, I don't think you're gonna be able to ride.
On an electric scooter.
By the way, if you tighten your clamp, you wanna tighten each bolt at a time, so then it just doesn't make your clamp all wrecked right there, because then some parts will be uneven. Yeah, so it's pretty easy. Just tighten it up and I'll see you when I'm done doing that. All right, I'm done tightening this, and if it feels like sturdy and your bars aren't wiggling, that's a good sign. If they are wiggling, either tighten your compression more or see what's going on with your bars, your clamp, and your headset, or your fork. It could even be that. All right, you're almost done. You could put these bar ends in if you have them. It's pretty easy to slide them in the bars, and then you just get like a mallet, or if they're easy enough, you just screw them in. Like with your hand, you just push it in, you know. But I'm not gonna be putting these in because this is actually for my other scooter, and I need to put those in there. All right, now we add the back wheel. This, for some scooters, could either be like difficult because some of the axles are like really annoying in the spacers, but Fusion decks are pretty good about not making it difficult. All right, as you can see on a park deck, this is what it should look like. You know, street decks are a little bit harder, but if you have trouble with that, just search up a video, because I don't really ride street. I mean, I have a deck, but I don't use it. I just realized there's like a dent right there. Your deck is gonna come with spacers most of the time. They look like this or they look different, but you just wanna place it in right there. I'd recommend your deck just being like flat on the ground. I'll just do that right now. All right, you grab your spacer right here. Oh my gosh. You grab your spacer. You wanna put it where the hole's at, right there. Put your axle through the hole with the spacer. You can kind of see it right here. That silver thing. And don't push your axle in all the way, just have it so the spacer won't fall out. Grab your back wheel, slide it in, and then push your axle through like most of the wheel, but don't push it through like, you see how there's like room in between here? You want to put your other spacer and do the same thing how you did on the other side. Fit it in both the spacers and out the other side. You're either going to have another another axle, or you just have like a nut. That's what I have. So then you just screw the nut onto the axle and then you should be good. Alright, I just finished the build and I'll be showing you it right now. I hope this helped you, because when I built my scooter like a long time ago, I had a lot of problems with it. Just like it was not working. I had to buy a whole bunch of new parts and stuff. So from watching this, I don't know if you already bought a scooter, but if you haven't, SCS is probably the best thing to get. I don't know if it's more expensive or not, but I don't know. And this scooter is pretty nice. I mean, your scooter might not be this good, it might be better, but every scooter is like the same, so obviously yours is not going to be like mine. mine's not gonna be like yours. So if you have any like problems, just comment down below what you need help with, and just tell me more videos what I should do. And that's all I can say. See ya.